I refuse to not be first.
Do we do enough? Well, I never shut up about it.
It must have been about 16, 17. We nicked their guilt rings. Right, the bouncer's guilt ring.
This is no good for me. That's the reality. If you want the honest truth, and I see it every day.
Ben, just had a huge announcement at the O2. We've just seen your guy Leigh Wood square off with Lara. Yeah, talk to me about this fight. A fight that the fans have definitely wanted to see again. What were your reflections of the first fight, firstly?
Yeah, you know, being honest, I felt like Leigh was probably 3-4 rounds away from maybe even getting Lara out of there. I think that there will be some adjustments to the game plan there that we will make. But it's a fight that Leigh been desperate for ever since he got out of the ring. Desperate. I think that there may have been an element of everybody telling him how tough the fight was going to be and how up against it he was. And then once he got in there, it was almost like, actually, this is nothing like what people... I think a little bit of complacency might have crept in whilst in there to say, this is nowhere near as tough as what people was telling me it was going to be. I think one of the key things was in that fight, I think, you know, the approach will be slightly different in this next fight, but I think one of the key things in that fight was Leigh being disciplined, not getting carried away, and I think that he felt like he could get Lara out of there, and was looking for it a little bit too much. But like I say, it's a fight that Leigh's been desperate for ever since he got out of the ring.
We saw in the moment, obviously, Leigh was upset, as any fighter would be. They're invested in the fight and they have full confidence that they can still go on and win the fight. The day after, he came on social media and essentially, you know, backed what you did in the ring, pulling him out, and he was very grateful for that, it seemed, from the post. Did you have a conversation with him after that, you know, in the weeks after, about what happened and how do you both feel about it?
Yeah, obviously I had a chat with Leigh, but and Leigh backed me, put the social media post out. But Leigh's a good guy, and we've got a great relationship. Do not doubt it for a second that Leigh will 100% believe that he could have got through that. You know, deep down in his heart, he will 100% believe that, and he should believe that. And the only thing in the conversation that me and Leigh had was the sense that I didn't know if he could defend himself. I can't sit here, and this is what I said to Leigh, I can't sit here and say, you wouldn't have got through that, mate, you wouldn't have got through that. Or I can't sit here and say, yeah, you're right, you definitely would have got through that. I had to go off my instinct, and my instinct in that moment was I wasn't sure if he could defend himself. Now, two of the biggest comebacks that have happened in recent boxing history are Tyson against Wilder, the first fight, Leigh against Conlan in the second fight, in their first fight. I was in the corner for. The reason that I didn't chuck the towel in was because I was confident that they could defend themselves. The fact that I wasn't confident that he could defend himself just wasn't a risk that I was willing to take, and that was the reason why I stopped the fight in that moment. But Leigh's in a great place, you know. He's got no doubts. If anything, he's probably more confident coming away from that after sharing the ring with Lara, and I'm confident that it'll be put right.
So the world title's coming back to Nottingham.
Yeah, I'm confident of it. Two-time champion of the world. He's worked hard. He deserves it, and you know, I'm motivated like never before to help him achieve that.
Because I refuse to not be first.
Do we do enough? Well, I never shut up about it.
It must have been about 16, 17. We nicked their guilt rings. Right, the bouncer's guilt ring.
This is no good for me. That's the reality. If you want the honest truth, and I see it every day.